as you would imagine, we've moved stuff around because we had that breaking news. Tyson Fury against Oleksandr Usyk is happening. Frank Warren came on and told us and confirmed that for us live on talkSPORT about 20 minutes ago. You, of course, the boxing fan or sports fan, can have your say before anyone on the planet by picking up the phone and dialing in. 03717 223344 is the number that Reese, I was going to say Ross, Reese, the Arsenal fan, has dialed. Hi, Reese, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I am very excited about this fight. Finally now. Finally, it's all signed. It's happening.
I'm absolutely buzzing. I don't pay for pay-per-views, and I'll pay for this one. It's absolutely world-breaking, isn't it? It's brilliant news.
Does it bother you at all that it's not in this country, or are you just, like me, a little bit upset, but the fact it's happening, it's happening?
It's happening. I'm not really bothered. I'm just excited to see it finally happen. Because sorry, go on.
No, continue, mate. Sorry, continue.
Just all the mix-ups and the confusions and just all the talking. It's finally stopped now. But I think with this fight happening, I think there definitely will be a rematch clause, because I think that was a sticking point for Usyk when the last talks happened. And then I think, depending on the WBA ruling, I think Dubois will get his chance after these two fights have concluded, and I think that could possibly be Fury, Dubois, Wembley, and I think that will be Fury's last fight. I don't think Joshua's going to happen now.
Reece, so in your opinion, then, you think Fury will win this fight? Do you think he'll win it easily, or do you think it'll be quite tight?
I think no matter what way the fight starts, I think Fury, if Usyk comes out strong in the first couple of rounds, Fury will just make it a bit more ugly, and he'll rough him up and use his size. But if Fury outboxes him in the first few rounds, I think then that'll be the way the fight goes. I think Fury wins regardless. Reece,
let me ask you before I let you go and we go to Stuart. You said you don't usually buy pay-per-view. You will for this. What would you pay for it? What's value for this fight, Reece?
25, 30 quid.
30 quid.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
Okay, all right. Thanks for your call. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks, Reece.
The fact it's in Saudi should be free.
Why? Where's the connection?
Because they should just pay for it. They've got all the money in the world.
Otherwise, they're not going to.
You know what I mean?
How much would you pay for it? I'd pay 30 quid for it.
I'd pay whatever.
Yeah. Stuart is up next. Hi, Stuart.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Stu, let me ask, before I get your view on that fight, how do you think, if at all, Tyson Fury's preparation going into the Ngannou fight has changed, knowing this fight is definitely happening after it?
I think potentially a bit more serious, potentially maybe. He might use it as a bit of a tune-up in a way, just to get moving around, maybe with the weight, etc. But yeah, it's a bit more serious now with that on the line, isn't it, really? It's a legacy fight, really, for Fury. I think if he was to lose that to Usyk, everything he's done so far in his career kind of be overshadowed by that.
I mean, I get what you're saying with that, but I mean, Usyk's an unbelievable boxer as well, a fantastic boxer. But you said it there about Fury's legacy. If he was to win this fight, I mean, I don't know if you're a massive boxing fan, Stuart, but my question was going to be to you is, if he does win it, where does that put him? Like, we're not even so much ranking. We have to rank everything nowadays, but is that putting him in that top bracket?
Yeah, it's got to do. I think Wilder, obviously, the fights with Wilder, how he got up in the first fight, everything he's been through, you've got to put him up there as one of the best British boxers, definitely, that we've produced. Certainly heavyweight, even over Lennox Lewis, I would say.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
That's a big ask.
That's a big ask, that.
He beat although Tyson's not lost yet,
No, he isn't, no.
How much would you pay for the fight, Stu?
How much would I pay?
Yeah.
I'd pay about 30 for it, I think.
Would you pay 50, or is that too much?
Well, it depends if you've got people coming around, you'll chip in, it's not too bad.
Okay. Me and Benty come round, is that right?
Yeah, you can come round, yeah.
Right.
Get a few beers.
Okay, sounds like a good night. Go on.
I think Fury wins it anyway, I think, to be fair. I think a good big one would always beat a good little, and he's only got to stay away. The size difference would be quite clear when they're together. And that sort of,
unless it's David Haye against Bellew ever, right?
Yeah, I get that, but Bellew, Tyson Fury's so versatile, and look, he did it against Rogan. Remember, the taxi driver from Ireland, he went southpaw for the whole fight. He's that versatile, he can just switch it up. And Dubois give Usyk a good fight, didn't he? Give him kittens, really. He's a low, whatever. And he's quite robotic, isn't he, compared to Fury? He's strong, but he is robotic, no head movement. Fury's, for the size of him, the agility he's got, I think he beats Usyk.
Okay. Stuart, thank you for your call. Just before I go to Smudger, you've seen pictures and images of Tyson Fury stripped to the waist, for his fight with Ngannou.
Yeah.
Looks horrifically out of shape for him.
Yeah.
Do you think that he needs to get in shape to fight Usyk?
Yeah,
or do you think?
I think that's how he looks all the time anyway.
Well, I just thought he looked a little bit too overweight for the.
Yeah, I'm pretty
fight.
sure now though the training would have to kick in against Usyk because Usyk's always in good shape.
Yeah.
Good boxer. Do you know what? From a Frank Warren perspective, they've got this fight over. They've got this fight. They've got
over the line.
Over the line. They've got Dubois Usyk done. They've managed to get Fury Wilder 3 times. Yeah. How have Eddie Hearn AJ? Like, where's that marquee?
With who? With Wilder?
Wilder or Fury or?
I see. My view with AJ is they don't want to put him up against someone like Wilder because that's the end of AJ.
I read something there that the fight now of Wilder at the end of the year is off.
Yeah, and
Why?
it was 100% on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they're trying to protect him too much. I think,
why though?
Because it's the golden goose for Matchroom, isn't he?
Very frustrating.
Let's go to Ron, the smudger. Hello, Ron.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yeah, I just heard the interview with Frank Warren.
Yeah.
It might not go ahead, you know.
Why?
I'm going back to Eddie Hearn and the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson. Everything was signed, but it never went ahead, did it?
Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury was all signed and sealed and delivered and didn't go ahead. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
Why?
Why don't I think that's the case? Because I don't think that was the case. I don't think it was all 100% signed, that fight.
I thought Eddie Hearn said everything was all right. I think everybody was looking forward to it.
I think he was talking as if it was going to be signed and everything was fine, but I don't think it was signed as this one is. This is now rubber stamped.
But he hasn't got a date for it yet?
No, not yet.
I know you pushed him. I know you tried to push Frank on a date, but he wouldn't give you one.
Well,
but
if it happens, Ron, are you excited about it? Who do you think will win?
Yeah, well, I've always followed Tyson. I think AJ's out the picture now, unfortunately, because I used to like Anthony Joshua, but I think he's definitely out the picture now. I think it's down to Tyson. I think, as Frank said, if he wins this fight against Usyk, I think you got to hand it to him. You got to put him on a pedestal. He's got to be the best in this century.
Okay, you're a Chelsea fan, Ron, right?
Yeah, I just heard about Chilwell. I'm a bit bad news for Chelsea fans.
Yeah,
going to be out for 4 weeks.
Yeah, not good.
Chelsea's injury list is crazy, and the fact that you always get these injuries, but you have 4 or 5 big hitters from your squad always out at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Reece James out as well. I mean,
it's a big game you got. Big game you got Monday night, isn't it? Away at the Cottage.
Yeah, I know.
Massive.
I mean, with Chelsea, you just don't know, do you? I mean, we just come through the Carabao Cup, beating Brighton. So you just never know what's going to happen with Chelsea. I mean, they could nick it. It could be a draw. I wouldn't like to. It's a hard one to call, that one.
It is. Smudge, always a pleasure. Let's take one more before we go to a break. Daniel's up next, a Forest fan. Hi, Dan.
How's it going, all right?
I'm great. I'm very well. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Good.
Friday and all that.
Friday and all that. Thank Crunchies Friday. You a big boxing fan, Dan?
Yeah, I'm a big boxing fan. Yeah, I'm like you say, I'm over the moon that it's finally looking like it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The old Fury Usyk. So, I mean, if what Frank was on about it being a groundbreaking fight regarding the Fury Ngannou and it opening things up, then I'm all for it, really.
Daniel, is any part of you gutted that it's not in this country though?
I am, yeah. I mean, the last fight I went to watch in this country was the AJ Usyk one, the first one at Tottenham.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a unbelievable. I mean, it's an unbelievable stadium, unbelievable event that was. So yeah, I am slightly gutted, but like you've touched on before, it's happening. Well, it's happening. So that's the main thing.
How long have you been watching boxing for, Daniel?
Well, I'm the ripe old age 36 now. So
the only reason I asked that because I wonder if you watch any of Frotch's at the City Ground.
Yeah. I watched Frotch at I think it was at Frotch. He fought at the Ice Arena against was it Taylor? I think. Can't remember which one it was, but yeah, that's the one I've watched. I've watched Frotch once at the Ice Arena. That was.
All right, Dan. Have a great weekend. Thanks for your call.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate. I'm very excited about the fight. Yeah. Very excited. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great because
the best of right now fighting now.
Yeah, for all the belts as well. Let's not forget that, for all the belts.
One guy's just going to be in there, immortal. All the belts, hold them all up like that. I like when they boxers got pure belts and they've got like their corner people having to wrap some around their waist over both shoulders and that.
Around the head as a headband. There's a great documentary called I think it's called Chasing Tyson. Not this one, Mike Tyson. It's an ESPN 30 for 30 doc, and it's about trying to get Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield to sign that mega fight.
Yeah.
And it eventually gets signed just before Mike Tyson takes on Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
And of course lost to Buster Douglas, so that fight never materialised then when it should have done. But at the time, I think Evander Holyfield lost £8 million. Both boxers lost £8 million. Great documentary. You like it. You should see it.